What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Coach Birdman for day 10, the infamous day 10 of the 10 takeaways from the Freedom Summit in Mexico just a couple short weeks ago. I set out on this journey to do one a day for 10 days, had a death in the family, had some other stuff come up, and just realized, how disruptive things could get in your schedule very quickly. Obviously, a death in the family is a disruption, but it threw me off my rest of my schedules being in LA for a week. And, I'm just really committed to this particular message and this project. So I want to share this with you today. And this is probably one of the more impactful ones, but frankly, it's 10 out of 10. So you see all the money behind me. That's the theme of this, right? And this whole Freedom Summit was about changing the mindset around generational wealth, around building wealth, residual and passive income. I do that a lot through EXP, through my real estate businesses and channels, but directly through real estate being with EXP. But this is not an EXP thing. I want to just share this with you. So around money, what you say about money is important, right? Your relationship with money is important. You heard me in the other segments talking about how your family talks about we're not made of money, money's not growing on trees, what do you think, and all this stuff. And when you're making that kind of statement, when you say, hey, we can't afford that, you're automatically telling your brain and the universe that it's not within reach. So what you say about money is important. So ask the mind the right questions. This is kind of the topic today. Ask the mind the right questions, meaning that a question opens the mind and a statement closes the mind. Okay? Hey, we can't afford that. That's a statement. The brain hears it, shuts down, right? You're not going to be in abundance. You're not going to find a way to make that happen. The rich think of things differently. They think of, how can I get it, right? How can I get that rather than I can't afford that? It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if it's something small or something, a big, hairy, audacious goal, a BHAG. It doesn't matter, right? The mind hears the message, and the mind is super powerful. If you hear about affirmations, and I believe in those. So if you tell yourself something's happening, like in present tense, your body has an emotional, a physiological, you say that for me. It has the ability to basically deal with that and find a way to do that, right? And so when you look at that, the mind shuts down when you tell it you can't do something by saying, hey, I can't afford that or whatever. But when you ask yourself great questions, how can I afford this? Do I want this? That's a more powerful question. Let your mind work through that. Do I deserve this? Right? So basically, business is similar to a game, right? I'm in the real estate space, and with real estate, I got EXP, I've got my real estate holdings, I've got other things that I do in the real estate space. That's my investment strategy. But if you look at, for instance, soccer and football, right? They're both games, but played completely differently. Completely set of rules are different. It's just a completely different, set of rules. So find your game, whatever your game is. If your game is real estate, flipping, investing, like my style, and in the real estate space, it all goes together with what I'm passionate about. Whatever that is for you, look at the cash flow quadrant, right? If you're receiving a paycheck from somebody, you are an employee. No other way to stress that. But I'd encourage you to watch Robert Kiyosaki and watch that mental mindset around money, and then find out if you are asking yourself or telling yourself the wrong things in your mind. All right. So if you look at that, they're totally different games, but they all are still part of a game, right? So find your game, whatever that is for you. The message today is find your game, ask your mind great questions when it comes around money. How am I going? You heard me at number 9 talk about investing 5% of your net income to your family. Well, how am I going to do that? Rather than saying I can't afford to do that, which comes up naturally for most people, say, how can I do that? I'm committed to that. I just don't know how yet. The mind then will search for ways to make it come true, make it come to fruition. All right. So I appreciate you guys being here. This is 10 of 10. It's been an amazing journey because I get to reflect on each one of those nugget takeaways from the event every time I do one of these calls. So for me, it's amazing. I'm really having a blast doing it, but ask your mind great questions. And a question opens the mind. A statement closes the mind. Take that and take it to the bank, because that's where your money's going. All right. Actually, in the stock market this week's a great investment. It's down a bunch. So get in it. EXPI. Shh, don't tell anybody. Have a great day.